National Guard and state police will patrol the subways and check bags. I want to say all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Hakwadash, double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, great millstone, and salutations to Akim pushing this word in all sincerity and honesty, the hopeful elect, constantly enduring, and the ones constantly enduring, keeping the faith. Shalom. My name is Cora Allah from the GMS New York camp, and I have this article here, which just came out on Wednesday. This is from the New York Times. It says National Guard and state police will patrol the subway and check bags. Continue on, it says Governor Kathy Hochul, amid a series of violent crimes on the subway, said she would deploy 1,000 members of state police and National Guards to the transit system. Hundreds of National Guard soldiers and state police officers will patrol the New York City subway platforms and check rider bags beginning this week, Governor Kathy Hochul said on Wednesday. A large show of force in the system, which is operated by the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, a state agency, will help commuters and visitors feel safe, Ms. Hochul said. I'm going to stop it there, all right, because this whole thing is more of a false flag, right? It's a controlled event. You know, when they caused this whole thing to happen by bringing the migrants across the border, there've been an influx in crimes, all right? Even before that, you have people losing their homes, right? So there've been an influx of crimes. You know, the other day there was a train conductor that was cut in the neck. This is the article. It says subway conductor stabled after being slashed in the neck at Brooklyn Station. So that's right in Brooklyn, right in New York City. And you see the dude, he got slashed in the neck. Right? This is February 29th. A couple of days ago, maybe a week ago. A subway conductor was slashed in the neck when he stuck his head out of the train at Brooklyn subway station. Officials say the attack happened at the Rockaway Avenue Fulton Street station at around 3:40 a.m. Thursday. So it's situations like that one that provoke the need for the National Guard. All right. Now the thing is, the National Guard, that's basically a branch of the army. That's a branch of the military. Okay, so that's military force on the streets or on the subways. And they have checkpoints and whatnot. And what that is, that's basically martial law. All right, and they're bringing this thing in slowly. There's a term called gradualism. All right, and that's one of the tactics of the so-called white man. The way it gets started with the elites. You know, so they're bringing in they're gradually bringing in martial law, and they're making it to a point to where they're making people think that this is what they need. All right, but this is actually what they caused. Order out of chaos. Okay, so it says hundreds of National Guard soldiers and state police officers will patrol the New York City subway platforms and check riders' bags beginning this week, Governor Kathy Hochul said on Wednesday. This is Proverbs 14:15. It says, "The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going." All right, because this is not as friendly or as helpful. You know, you think they're being protective when they caused the whole thing. You know, a couple people dying on the subway, that's a small sacrifice for Esau's agenda. The simple believer every word. Who are the simple? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the true Israelites. 2/3 of our people, they believe this. All right, why? Because they want to feel safe. So this is what the leaders got to do to make them safe. Then they're all for it. The simple believe every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. Who's the prudent man looking well to his going? The prophets. All right, and the rest of the 1/3 being prudent, examining things. Scriptures say what? We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Which we ain't trying to stop it, because this has to happen. These are the things that have to occur. These are the prophecies taking place. 2/3 of our people, they won't see it that way. Not at all. That's why they'll believe every word. They're being led to the slaughterhouse. And they don't mind. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. That peace and safety spirit, man. The majority of these people or sheeple in the world, and especially the Israelites that don't want to take heed or receive sound doctrine, they in that spirit of peace and safety. That's why when they made the pitch, they gave the pitch. They said, we're doing this for your peace and for your safety. I didn't see anybody protesting against it. So people feel it's necessary. But that's the thing. Esau is a cunning hunter. All right. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child. Right. A woman with child. Then her water break, and she start feeling the labor pains and whatnot. All right. That's how it's gonna be. You're gonna be just whatever. This dude got AKs and M16s and whatever long guns and rifles they have, and you just gonna be there walking about like it's no big deal. Where did they find spare bodies to bring to New York City? All right. Now, we saw people crossing the border, and we saw that there are military able. They're able men. They could be in the military. They're fit, they're in shape. Right? So, where did they find the bodies, spare men to bring into New York City? Will it stay in the subways, or will it spread to the streets? If you bring in 1,000 extra military men to patrol the subways, that means you have more police that could police the streets. Right? What's next? Makeshift concentration camps? Okay, so they're going to walk you into this state of martial law, and you won't see it coming until it's too late. It says, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? And then ultimately what they're going to do is they're going to bring in that RFID microchip, the mark of the beast. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Right? That day shall overtake you as a thief. What day is that? Jacob's trouble. Right? And ultimately the Lord returning and delivering the elect. All right? Delivering the ones that are not in darkness. It says, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. A lot of these people are going to be overtaken in those days. Ye are the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Right? We're not of the world. We're not dealing with wickedness. We're not dealing with folly. You know, we see things clearly through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? It says, ye are all the children of light and children of day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. You guys are sleeping. All right? Just like how they say in the streets, stop sleeping. Stop sleeping on the so-called white man. Stop sleeping on Esau. Okay? You thinking shit is all sweet. You sleeping right now. Okay? And you what you need to be doing, you need to be vigilant, circumspect. All right? For the times that are at hand. Scriptures say perilous times. For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. Right? So you in that night spirit, sleep, drunken, you drunken on these philosophies, man. These different philosophies, the democracy. This is what you drunk off of. But to be sober is to have sound doctrine. All right? So that peace and safety spirit that you people are in, that you people are drunk off of, you're going to get caught because you're vulnerable. So this is Luke 12 and 49. You know, this consists of the day of the Lord. You know, because what has to happen? Jacob's trouble has to happen. World War III has to happen. Uproars of the peoples. All these prophecies have to happen. The alphabetic microchip, which is the mark of the beast. All these things have to happen because it's all a build-up for the day of the Lord. Ultimately, what thermonuclear missiles have to be pelted upon America and other countries. Right? It says, Luke 12:49, I'm come to send fire on the earth. So this is what the Lord is come to do. This is what the day of the Lord consists of. That fire is going into those nuclear missiles being shot off, and also the fire from those chariots, that concentrated fire. It says, and what will I if it be already kindled? Right? So these places are already on fire. Okay? The world is on fire. People don't want to say it, but we're in the World War III. Since Russia went into Ukraine, okay, the Palestine and Israel been at war. Okay? China and Taiwan, as soon as China is ready to make that move to go into Taiwan, it's going to be chaos, man. The whole world's going to feel it. Right? Because America does a lot of business with China. Okay? So if China goes into Taiwan, that means America and China basically going to be at war also. You know, if that happens, then a lot of resources that we receive from China, not we, but a lot of resources America receive from China is going to be cut off. But you know what? I'll say we too, because even if we live in America, we still use those resources from China also. We go and we buy it and we make good use of it. Right? But the thing is, Jacob's trouble is also going to affect the men of the Lord too. Jacob's trouble is going to affect the 1/3 of Israel also. The elect also. Okay? Because why? Because it's going to be a time of trial. It says, Slakia says, I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? So this place is already on fire. Okay? And now we're seeing martial law in New York City. Okay? So, yes, this place has to be on fire. It's kindled. Everything is kindled, man. And it's only going to get worse. Okay? Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10 says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Who's our enemy? Esau, the so-called white man. Okay? That nation of people. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Is Esau wicked? He is still wicked. And he's proven that time and time again. Is he going to change? No. When he has in captivity, which he's still in captivity, but the 400 plus years of slavery, making him rich at the expense, at our expense, the expense of our lives. Is Esau out of that spirit? Does he want to make amends? No. He's the same wicked man. Okay? Man, woman, and child. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. See, these scriptures is life, man. All right? You're supposed to eat the whole roll, and this is why. Never trust thine enemy. Right? Because when you have rust, you wipe rust away. Over time, that rust comes back. Okay? You gotta get rid of him. You just gotta throw it away eventually. Like if you have mold, right? You could wipe that mold away, but it'll come back. What you gotta do, you gotta cut it out and replace it. Like if a sheetrock or a wall in your house or your apartment has mold on it, that will just keep coming back. You gotta cut that out and get it replaced. You know? That's the way Esau is. Though he act like he's righteous, he act like he's a whole new man. He's not wicked no more. He don't want to kill you and your family and murder. It's not true. It's in his blood. It's in his DNA. It's in his genes. All right? So it says, set him not by thee, lest when he has overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast? You don't understand, Esau is a wild beast, and he's the most cunning. That's who you're dealing with. That's who you're dealing with, man. So you people that's all for the silent takeover, and so be it. If you all for it in the sense that make America great again, you're gonna get tooken. You're gonna get caught up in the snares. All right. Now the elect, we all for it, but not in the sense to make America great again. We all for it in the sense that this has to happen. This is a means to an end. As soon as these things happen, then what's next? The destruction. Well, what's next? After this, what we're looking at? We're looking at the MOTB being implemented. Okay, doing away with cash. No more cash. Everything's biometrics. right? And once that happened, now we're looking forward. Once Esau implements his new world order, now we're looking forward to what? Those missiles being pelted upon America. America getting thrown into a state of chaos and confusion, and the Lord coming back and delivering the elect. All right. So it says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. And he's done that in the past. How did he retrieve America from the the so-called North American Indians, which they're the Gadites? Those are Israelites, and you're gonna pay for what you've done. Psalm 55:21 reads, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. This is an example of the words being smoother than butter. It says, subway safety is a constant concern in New York City, where the system's recovery is critical to the city's rebound from the and public officials can be as sensitive to the perception that mass transit is dangerous as they are to an actual rise in crime. The additional law enforcement officers would add to an already large police presence in the subways, where Mayor Eric Adams ordered an additional 1,000 officers in February following a 45% spike in major crimes in January compared with the same time last year. So they're making this thing about your safety. They're pushing that safety on you when they caused all of this. Why would you open up the borders? Why would you open up the southern border and the northern borders and let people in with fake IDs and you don't know who they are? Why would you let people beat up on cops and get out of jail the next day? Why don't you deport them? Why don't you put them in prisons? All right, so a lot of these things that they're saying, so the solutions is problems that they've given. Look, you got a Jake right here, a part of the military force, show of force. You know, a lot of you guys in the military, you're gonna have to take that RFID microchip, the MOTB. Okay. But they got the National Guard out here. Listen, this checkpoints. Listen, this is martial law, all right? And this is going to spread. It's not just going to be in the subway. It's going to be in the streets too. All right? It's going to be in the streets. They're going to say, listen, the main cities or main streets with high populations, they're going to have martial law there too. All right? They got thousands of men on top of the mayor having another 1,000 officers there. Now they got another 1,000 there. All right, plus the National Guard. So what the hell? You know how much police do you need to police the streets, to police the subway? I'm going to end this here. I want to say all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, great millstone. Salutations to Akim pushing this word in sincerity and honesty, and to the hopeful elect constantly enduring. Shalom.